Keeping you up to date around the clock, here's tonight's WIS 7 at 7. One Lexington man has been arrested and charged with sex crimes involving a minor. According to the South Carolina Attorney General's office, 34-year-old James Martin was arrested on June 26. Police say that Martin sent sexually explicit images to a minor. Martin is charged with multiple charges, including sexual conduct with a minor and criminal solicitation of a minor. Martin is currently booked at the Lexington County Detention Center and has been denied bond.
A woman is behind bars in Richland County tonight accused of driving erratically under the influence and trafficking cocaine. Shamanique Favor was arrested on July 4th. Police say people in the Astor Street area say that Favor allegedly almost hit people in the street, including children, and was arguing with people in the neighborhood. When deputies stopped Favor, she was not compliant and appeared intoxicated and refused a breathalyzer test. When officers searched the vehicle, they found open alcoholic beverages as well as a bag of white powder material.
Well, authorities need your help to find a suspect after two people robbed a vape shop in Columbia. It happened at the Day and Night Vape and Gift Store in the 600 block of Beltline Boulevard. Deputies say one suspect pulled a gun on the employee while another stole from the store. The employee says the suspects ran off with stolen merchandise and all the money from the cash register. If you have any information, you are asked to contact Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC.
A man is behind bars after authorities received reports of a suspicious person with a gun in Richland County. Janier Starks was arrested on July 4th. Officers say that they found him with a rifle and the smell of marijuana and smoke in his car. This happened in the 46,000 block Hardscrabble and Lee Roads under the public sign there. After seeing the rifle and smelling drugs in the car, officers conducted a search. They found a second firearm, a handgun, as well as large amounts of drugs. Further investigation revealed that the rifle that Starks was in possession of was stolen from the Charlotte area.
A lawyer for the Justice Department said during a hearing on Monday the U.S. government plans to deport Kilmar Abrego Garcia if he is released from custody. He's currently jailed in Tennessee ahead of a trial there, and he could be released next week. Prosecutors allege Abrego Garcia was involved in human smuggling, an accusation he has denied. The Trump administration wrongfully deported Abrego Garcia to El Salvador months ago in violation of a 2019 court order that barred his removal to that country. Another hearing on the issue is set for Thursday.
The 4th of July holiday saw millions hitting the skies. The Transportation Security Administration says nearly 3.1 million passengers went through U.S. security screening on Sunday, exceeding the approximately 2.9 million passengers expected. It's also 82,000 people more than the Sunday at the end of the 4th of July holiday last year. The record for the busiest day ever at checkpoints was set just 2 weeks ago on June 22nd, the conclusion of the Juneteenth holiday weekend.
And a retired teacher in Arizona created a tool in hopes of preventing wildfires. Years ago, Lynn Preble heard about a wildfire that ignited from the sparks of dragging chains, a common cause of fires in the state. So with the help of her retired firefighter brother, she started making tow chain covers out of old fire hoses. She says it's not foolproof, but the tool offers a chance of at least stopping the sparks of a chain dragging. Preble donates the covers through Facebook groups and local businesses. That's all for tonight's 7 at 7.